Hello everyone, Peter here, Piotr Fistner. Guys, if possible, let's fix them all. Today we've got a power supply. I've ordered second one, and actually this one is the second one, and I thought will be fine. Unfortunately, this power supply came faulty. It had fuse blown, and when I've connected to my cable, have noticed it, soldered a new fuse, actually fuse from the second power supply which I have. What happened was that my fuse in the wire here, this fuse has blown, yes? So I did try, and I thought that maybe some bridge rectifier will be faulty, yes? It turns out that not. I've seen chipset which is steering, and I thought it's a chipset which is steering, you know, as a controller, but it turns out that no, that's another bridge rectifier. So I said, okay, because it's a bridge rectifier and it's only 16 pin, you know, the soldering it's just seconds. And so I took it off, and it turns out not. So I said maybe some capacitor is shorting to the ground, and maybe, you know, maybe that's the fault. So I went, checked, seems to nothing be shorting. So what else? Maybe I don't see some problem with a diode, and maybe there is some problem with a diode. So I've checked. No, these diodes here as well, you know, fine. Oh, battery in the DSLR is faulty. I mean, it's discharged. So I said, what else? So then I said probably some MOSFET, or, you know, some transistor or something like that. Because what else? You know, coils are okay, they are not shorted. So I said that won't be coils. So I'm probably some MOSFET or something will be, you know, will be causing the short. Because when I'm checking the power on my meter by going into the diode mode, I see no drop in between AC in the bridge rectifier, okay? Whereas when I'm trying to do it the same thing in this faulty one, not my one, not customer one, yes, but this one which came, then automatically what's happening, the drop is a lot, and I'll show you that, okay? So let's switch to the second camera, because we've had this analyzed before, okay? And I know it's not perfect, but that's the best setup I can do for the moment. So let me focus on this bridge rectifier. I see that you see it as a dark. It's not that dark here, actually. It's good, it's okay. Okay, so let's do it maybe on ISO 400. Let's get the meter, okay? You will see and I will see, or I will see only probably. So let's do on your side, because I can still see it. And now I'm checking on the bridge rectifier on the AC side, yes? One second, because I got banded one probe. Oh, that's ohms, sorry. Into the diode mode, okay. And I found that it's 1270 drop, okay. Millivolts. If somebody don't know, that's millivolts, okay. So the middle pins, if you don't know, these are AC inlet, okay. And then this side which is cutted, that's usually a plus. So these are plus and minus, but we check here, yes, on the side which is AC coming in, and we see 1271, and that's the chipset here removed, which was here, okay. I removed that. I got this chipset on the side. It doesn't matter. So now we take this one, okay, and that there is no bridge rectifier at the moment, but we can see that it's 1, and even if I would install that bridge rectifier, it's still 1, okay. So it's open line. There is no short definitely whatsoever. Then I didn't know, you know, like what it is. I seen schematics, but it didn't help to be true. So I followed the line where it's going, okay? Like where this whole line here. Let's zoom out. Okay, I followed the line where it's going, and I found that it's going to this chipset and it's going to those two thingies. I'll show you on this one to not that's these ones, I think will be, because how it is like that. Yes, so these two, I don't know what these are, okay? I don't know yet. I didn't open them, neither on this or on that, but look, that should tell you immediately that there is something's wrong. Got this section here. Okay, so can you go a bit to the back, please? Got it here, okay. Okay, so now look, we've got our probes on the diode mode, and in between them, okay, in between these two, short. Okay, one more time, short to this, short, this to this, short. Really? Some transistor, MOSFET or whatever it is, yes, shouldn't have short. This? Oh, what a pity. Now this probe red on this and this to the ground, and that's a short as well. So let's pause the video, I'll desolder it, or you know what, you can skip and I can just do it. If you're interested in me soldering them or not soldering them, then that's up to you, you can skip. I wanna first, what I wanna do is remove this stuff, okay, unhook this thingy, because it's a lot of some silicone or something. I'm telling you, you can skip or hit the like button right now, up to you. You wanna help me? Hit the like button right now. If you can do it, brilliant, because I'm doing the nasty stuff here, guys. Okay, I think I'll pause this video anyway, because it will take me quite a bit of time to finish it off. I see there's a lot of stuff and I don't want to burn it, you know, as well, so I will dig it. It will take me too long so that it's valuable for you to watch, so I'll do it. I'll finish them both and then and what it is here, there is some component. Oh, I need to be careful. There is something like, looking like a varistor or something. So I need to check that component as well, but it's looking like a varistor. I don't know what it is, but anyways, or capacitor maybe, who knows. I'm pausing and I'll be back when I'll finish it off. Okay, just to give you an idea and time, I've done it and it's quite, don't know if you can see it, probably too much light, but it's quite okay. I can start to desolder it, I mean remove it, yes, extract it, like a dentist, and I'll just unscrew this thingy here, okay, and let's check what the component is here. That's Kilo Foxtrot KF 9N50, Kilo Foxtrot 9N50. I'll tell you what it is. Kilo Foxtrot 5N50, and that's data sheet, okay, that's KFN50, that's the one. Let's open it, and that's semiconductor, of course, yes, and channel MOS field effect transistor, so MOSFET. Yes. So N-type channel MOSFET, and we know that N-type channel MOSFETs or P-type channel MOSFET, they shouldn't short, guys. So either one of them or two of them will be to swap. And there is Y written on it, and here it's Y as well. Okay, so it's the same. So it's maybe they are part, but it doesn't matter. But anyways, that took me about 3 minutes to get rid of this stuff here, which we started together, and I'll pause it and I'll finish it off, and then we will just extract these two, remove the solder, yes, and take them out. Okay guys, so I've heat up the iron. Actually, I didn't switch it off, to be true. So they are both loose, and they are now able to go out, yes. Let's switch the side. Don't know why this. Okay, this is okay now. Let's get them a bit of flux here. Okay, that's big. Let's extract them. I'll open the window. Okay. So by the looks, I haven't done ideal work. That's why let's use some additional tool, like a wick. Yes, I could wick it all, I know it. But I just like to extract as much as I can with just... Okay, that's loose, that's fine. As much as I can with that, to not use wick so much. Why pay more for wick and not recycle it, yes? Properly, if we can just wick it off later, and at the start just start it off with how do I call it? Oh, both are okay. Sorry guys, that will be blurry now because I need to focus on this. Just wobbling at the bottom so that it can go out. I'll take them both anyway, and only mark them which one is left, which one is right. Can't grab it, believe it or not. I can't. I was completely at different place, and these are too wobbly, in only this bigger one doesn't want. Okay, now it's fine. So I'll put this on this side. We can switch it off. Okay. Now it's a truth time. So now let's get this meter on. Okay. Now let's get probes and let's test these fellas. Okay, let's put it a bit on the side. Let's get this one on it. And I see that you don't see. Okay, don't know which side is better. Okay, that's fine. So again, we can hold the... Ooh, yes, yes, all of them. So if I hold it at the front with my red probe, yes, on either of the sides I've got a short, and then in between the sides as well. None of the MOSFETs should do it, okay, none. So we know this babe is faulty. What about the second fella? The second fella will do the same on us. Yes. And yes. And yes, on the sides as well. Guys, so these for sure are culprits, okay? These for sure are culprits. Now let's get this. Where do we have? Here is our bridge rectifier. If we do this, now we've got not 1280, but we've got 0. Brilliant. So I won't show it, okay? I won't show it, but you see what it is. If you want to wait till the end, wait. But now, even after 15 minutes video, you see that I went into the conclusion, and it's actually right conclusion. Yes, here as well on the board we've got no short whatsoever, and these two MOSFETs type N are burned. What they are? VDSS, okay, that's up to 500 volts, drain source resistance for ohm, and that's 10 volts. Okay, so it's nothing extraordinary. I would find it in my stuff, but it's fine. What I want to say is I'll take it from this one, and only what I want to check right now, okay, I know there is no short, I know it, and I'm super happy about it, but we've got here 3 as well, okay? So I just wanna check, because it's some diode or something, okay? It's not passing on this side, and on this, perfect, like a diode. It's looking like a diode, and the shape is even of a diode, so that's why I assumed that it's a diode. And here they are at this, so these are here too, and I want to check these as well. Yeah, 700, I'm happy with 700. 900, I'm happy. Okay. And nothing. Brilliant. And nothing. Brilliant. 400. 700. And 900. Okay, so I won't be touching these. So presumably will be this, yes, these two. I can put it aside. I can put these aside as well, okay, because these I know are faulty fellas. This can go even here. I'll pause the video. I'll do the same story with these. I'll pull them out because these are exactly the same ones which we have in that power supply, because that's exactly the same power supply, only with a different fault. So I thought I will be lucky, you know, and will order another power supply, because that was only 11.95 or 11.99, and it turns out to be completely different fault in the second one. So it is what it is, you know. Sometimes you order a power supply. The good thing is that these faults are different, and I've got parts, you know, to use, because then I don't have to order another power supply and, you know, and make my life miserable, and plus customer wait too long. Yes, so fingers crossed. If you want to wait, stay till the end of this episode, or scroll to the very end, what I will sum up with, if I will manage to finish the recording. And those who want to stay, I'll pause it, I'll extract these two, and when I'll extract these two, I will then unpause, we will solder them to that board, yes, to that power supply, and we will see if the short will come up or not. If no, we will solder the chipset, which we don't have right now, so we will solder that chipset, and then when we will solder that chipset, we will, that's here, okay, so that's the chipset, that's actually the bridge rectifier, and once we will do it, we will see if there will be no short. We will try to power it up, and if lucky, you know, if we will have a voltage, no fuse blown, we can connect it to the TV and try it out. Yes, I mean, not this power supply, that power supply, yes, this power supply, this. So let's pause it, and the rest of the guys who wanna quit it, thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video. Or you can like the video if you wouldn't mind. Okay guys, so I'm back. It took me longer than I I expected because I was doing other stuff at home. But we've got them. We've got them here. We can put this one aside, and I'll need to order. It turns out that those who stayed with me, you will know the truth. I was wrong with the with those MOSFETs. They are KF9 and 50. Yes, so Kilo Foxtrot 9 and for November and 50. And unfortunately, I've read it wrongly as 5, or don't know what's wrong. I think I've read it wrongly, so it is what it is. They are. I don't see anything like left, right, or so I will just put them whatever. They are both F716, so not 1N second P type. No, just they are what they are, the same. Okay, I see that this thermal compound is not great, so use a bit of my one. Won't harm me to put a bit. That's too much, but whatever. Let it be. It will have better cooling, that's it. The blob, and let's get the screw with this radiator, radiator. Okay, one done. We can solder it in a minute. Just we need this second one as well on the blob. Cool, happy days. Okay, good. So you got second one. Now let's get this radiator back on. Now I need to order from China those transistors, because I want to fix that original power supply sometime in the future as well. I've got customers who are bringing me in TVs, and it would be easier just to swap power supply, believe or not, than spend so much time on fixing. Because customer wrote to me that when I'll finish with these two, he can bring me more, and I've got already one apart from these two TVs what I have from him, one more as well. So yeah, happy days. But I need to, I don't know if I'm catching this place. Is that the best we can do? I think so. Okay. Don't know if you can see it clearly, hopefully you can. Okay, let's add more. It's okay. Now let's get some solder. Get it dealt. Make it working back. Okay, this requires more solder. So float it, guys, float it. It will go on the other side, but that's fine. But if that's what it needs, that's what it needs. Okay. Great. Let me check on the other side. Oh, it didn't float actually. That's fine. How they are attached, yeah, nice, flat, good. Here, nice as well. So now what we need is we need to check if the resistance on our port, which is here, no, nothing, great. And how we see our culprits, still fine. A bit of fluctuation because of the warmth, but that's fine. Yay, happy days. Okay, so that's us. Now we need this chipset, which I removed because I thought I know what I'm doing. Here, yes. So we need that chipset. Will I do it without the how you call it? Without the microscope? That's the question. Or I need a microscope. Okay, I see the pin 1, but I don't see anywhere here. And I've got big tips, so let's switch it off because I'll mount the smaller one to not have a pain of it. So you guys got a recording for 26 minutes. Great, so it's not that bad. Okay, I'm not 100% sure which side it should go. Probably it will be this side. But let me get this board and let's double check. Okay, that's the wrong side of the board. So this chipset actually, ooh, I don't see it. I think I see it. Yes, so I was right, guys. The pin is on the outside of the board. I'll make sure by scrubbing the second side as well. Yes, okay, so the pin has to go outside of the board. So like that. I could use the big tip, to be true. I could use this big tip, but I don't like to use this big tip if I don't have to, yes? Because this is small, to not use word tiny. Okay. That's nasty stuff, guys. That's silicone. And I don't like it, but it is. So I'm trying to get this stuff off. So sorry that I'm taking your time for this matter, but we shouldn't put it with the silicone and start to solder, because if you'll do it, yes, don't see, then it will start to burn. You wanna have stuff burned. Okay, this side is acceptable. Now the second side. I don't have OCD, guys, but I don't want to inhale the silicone if I don't have to, yes? When I'll be melting it, and I want to make sure that the connection is fine as well. Keep in mind I don't have any extractor. And to build one or buy one. I was thinking about building one, but if the job which I should do within 1 hour I'm doing in 2 or 3 hours, and probably I won't even charge customer more, then what can I do, you know? And I know it would be no value for the customer to pay too much, because he's a good guy. He gives me jobs. He's buying TVs and I'm fixing these TVs, and then he's trying to sell them. I don't need to worry about anything. I've got just my job, and that's me, guys. So even if I'll spend a bit more time on it. It's a fair deal for both. So I was thinking about getting contracts with some companies. I need to change this tip. Still hot. I know it. It's still hot. That's why I wanted to buy a new soldering iron with replaceable tips, but I didn't, so I cannot complain. I can use even this. So at least I could buy second soldering iron. Oh, yeah, no. Cool, and let's get some other tips so that I can do it. I get only two favorite to be true. One is tiny, like a microscopic one, and second is this chisel one. Those are my two favorite, and I don't have to have all of the other ones. So yeah, they are existing, but to be true, I can do everything almost with those two. So why would bother, you know, with the rest? Oh, this one is the one which is almost burnt, but okay, whatever. Even if it would be broken, I can use the rest as well, so that's fine. Where's my cleaner? Oh, you are. Oh. Getting hot or not getting hot? Getting hot, good. Very good. Okay, so let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Okay, now I know. Yeah, if I'm not doing it under a microscope, it's not always as easy as you might think. Oh, it's not holding. Ha ha ha. Keep on joking. Yeah, sometimes it's just easier. Switch on to the microscope and then you don't suffer as I do right now. For some reason I can't place it perfectly. Okay, now I can. So where is my solder? Here, right. Okay, I grabbed it. It's not straight, I need to correct it. Oh, now it's straight. Okay guys, so now when we've got both sides, hopefully you can see it clearly. I see that the ISO is a bit too much. Okay, now it's better. I don't know if you can... Trying to correct it by hand. So anyways, we're here, yes, and I've got two sides. I've got this side and this side. And now I see that we're okay, and I can just do one by one. Yes, okay, so this side is fine. I'm after this side. So those last pins are with a need of a bit more solder. But that's us. Can try to move each of these pins. Oh, sorry, this pin was loose and I shouldn't touch it. And I did touch it. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. This side is done properly. Oh, good, but I think I might as well melt the solder in between these two here. So let's give it a bit. Just make sure. Yeah, now it's fine. Because they were connected together. Stiff, stiff, and stiff. They're all stiff. Guys, so now the last test on the meter, if we've got, yes, good, okay, brilliant. So everything what I wanted we got. Okay, now we don't have a problem. Now what we need is we need a cable. Okay, and the cable we need has to have not blown fuse, and that fuse is not blown as well. So we got all the components on the board right now, and I need to get a cable, so I'll pause and I'll unpause when I'll get a cable, because I know I've got one cable with a blown fuse. So let me be back shortly. Okay guys, so before I'll switch it on, I want to tell you that I'm not trying to put a huge fuse. I just put one single wire which is tiny. So if this would blow, yes, that I'm not wasting 3 or 5 amp fuse, and because of that, you know, I don't waste money and I can recycle things. Yes, so let's try to switch off the light and let's try to see if there will be anything which is trying to be lightning strike here. Okay, oh, not sure, but there was a sound and I don't know what the sound is. Okay, but it was sounding like something was on. So either this was a fuse blown or not. So let's see if we've got the power on those big caps. So that would be 1000. Oh, we've got 380 volts, 400 volts. Great, awesome. On these caps, 290. Brilliant, guys. And what on the backlight as well? Great. So guys, in this case we can risk and use proper cable now. Yes, don't use the cable with this tiny wire, because it can blow just because of that reason, that will drain more power. But we can put it to the TV, so actually we can test it. I don't even have to check power here, because there was no additional issues apart from the no power. Yes, and now we've got a power. So we know the fuse was blown. It was blowing off my fuse in the wire. And then the culprits were those two MOSFETs, okay? Those KF9N50F, yes, those ones. So these replaced on the same ones, fuse replaced from old power supply, and this power supply started to work. So guys, I'll pause and I'll bring in the TV gently from my boys' room, because it's there. And I have to be really quiet and they are sleeping, so be right back. Okay, so I want you to experience the whole process, so I'll switch the camera to this view. That's the TV which I brought in. Now these capacitors might be charged, so I'm not super happy with touching anything here, but I need a screwdriver and I need one screw. And you know what, even we can test it on the where is the power? Okay, so that's wrongly touched. We can test it as a standby. Oh, that's not the TV. I brought in the wrong TV. That's a TV with second power supply issue. So guys, I need to call it a day. I won't be able to plug it in. If there will be anything, I'll record another video. But the second TV, which I know which one now it is, it's impossible to get it out, I think. I'll double check, but because my boys are sleeping, I might not do it. Wait with me, I'll check. Okay guys, so this TV is Samsung, and that's the power supply from this Samsung. The sensor is here, that's fine. We need that screw which I had. Okay, we can get this power supply. Which way it's going to be? This way it's going to be. Okay, so I see I've got the wrong screw. This screw is from that LG TV which we have, but it's okay, I will mount it properly later. I just want to see if I'll see the backlight and the power first, yes? So when I will plug it in, and I will plug this one in. Keep in mind, if you're doing it, do it flat, okay? So the socket, which is like, don't do like that or like that or like that. Just do it as flat both as possible, because if you don't have experience with that, you can really damage pins which are connecting. I've got universal connectors. I could always remove this connector, put my connector, and that's fine. But if you don't have this connector, you will be, making a trouble more than it's worth. So anyways, we get a power coming into the main board, which then triggers our standby voltage in this power supply by pressing the button. Yes, and then the power is sent back here, and then the main transformer, which is a high frequency because that's a switching power supply, it's now starting up, yes, and then it's loading the full power, and that's why then it's taking more power, yes. But now we need to see if we've got backlight. So it will be enough for us to even use this small cable just for the backlight, just no backlight, just for the standby, yes. So I want to switch it off. I want to have this TV closer to myself. Now I'm not afraid of switching it on. I want to see if we can get some light, like a standby light, yes. If we can get, then we're home. Oh, we've got. It was for a second, but it's off. So I need to find, guys, proper wire now. I can't have this wire because it's, one, it's risky because it's short. Two, it's just not proper. But we had it for like, hopefully didn't short anything. But anyways, it was. That's awesome. So if it was and there was no boom, that means we can have it still. But I got a wire here from the Xbox. Actually, that's from some TV, so that's fine. I need a bunch of screws, which are these actually. So that's good. I can use these screws, mount it back properly so we won't short anything. I just need one more. Okay. Okay, good. Now it's stable. Now we got this for the. If you can see it here. That's for the back. That's for the backlight. But before, sorry, for the that's the sensor with a. I think it's a sensor as well, but that's the LED. Okay, let's get this wire, this long wire, which I have just here. Okay, cool. Let's get it, and let's see if we can get a light out of that thing. Okay, it was just blinked once and stopped. Okay, it's blinking. Don't know if you can see, but it's blinking. Okay, so now the next test is to plug in the backlight. Okay, great. Now switch it on. So we got it. Although we have it, it doesn't want to start. Oh, there is backlight. I don't know if you can see, but the backlight is on, and the TV is on, and the TV is working. So I can make a photo for the customer that the first TV is working, and I need to only work on the second one. Cool, guys. So we can call it a day because there was no other issue. I will test, of course, other features as well. Yes, but we've got a fixed TV right now. So the power supply issue was done. I will complete it. It's like a lot of to do still to put it back together. But I just wanna shut down this TV, and I wanna, come on. Okay, let's do it for the mains, and let's call it a day. Customer will be happy to see that this TV is on. Let's just do the sum up, because this video has already, how long? 47 minutes. That's a lot. But yes, I could cut it and spend the time to cut it, but you see the whole procedure, you can understand it better. So I've spent on this TV too long, at least 2 hours, and I'll spend over 2 hours for sure with checking everything. Schematics didn't help me, yes, so the data sheets, everything only I've used for the components. Yes, I was trying to use schematics, but over there was not listed certain components which I was interested with. So I've used only component datasheet like this KF9N50, yes, KF9N50 N-type MOSFET. So I only wanted to make sure what it is, because if I know that it's a MOSFET, it shouldn't have shorted pins, yes, like drain, gate, source. Yes, it shouldn't be, and that's why I figure it out. But if you don't know general electronics, then it's how you can do it. You know which components can short to the ground, which can you remove, and which you need to replace. Because if you let's say replace, then it will work. In some cases, if you remove them, they will be still working. This device will be still working. There are capacitors which you can just remove, and the device is working fine. Yes, only in certain conditions, when there is more power consumed or something, then it can make you problems. Yes, so I don't like to remove it. There are certain YouTube channels which showing that you can remove these capacitors. It's not a great practice. It is practical because you get to the customer with working device quite quickly, but long lasting and doing it professionally, it's not the way. Here we didn't have to fortunately disconnect any capacitors. It's fine. Just two MOSFETs, actually transistor MOSFET, it's similar, so it's fine. Both are type of transistors. So two of those transistors were MOSFETs were replaced, and one fuse, and TV is back on, and we can say, if possible, let's save them all. Yes. So as you see, if there is an issue with a power supply, it's possible to do it and not get killed, but don't try it at home. Be trained by professionals. Don't try it at home, because if you try it at home, you try it on your own risk, okay? And nobody will be there. I know how to avoid certain cluster F, yes, and you might not know, so that's why let's just be careful. And that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you've got some value out of it. If so, you can slap that like button. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.